G'day friends, and welcome back to our gift card holder class. It's Vickywright Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator Australia. I'm just trying to fix this up so that I know that I've got everything nice and straight for you. So in this class we're going to be creating a couple of different gift card holders. They're always handy for this time of year. And they're also very handy, well, for all occasions, not just this time of year. So, in this class, we're going to be playing with the Merriest Trees bundle. Comes with the stamp set and the dies, along with the Joyful Specialty Designer Series paper. This paper's got the full designs, and it's got gold foil through all the pieces, and it's only one-sided. Yeah. So first up, we're going to be we'll create this one first, I think. See how we go. So that's the card we're going to be creating. It's a pretty easy, simple card, but the wow is inside. But I'm not going to show you that yet. We're going to do the card first. And it's the gift voucher inside, or gift card holder I should say. So what we'll do is grab our bits and pieces. So we've got two pieces of basic white. One is for the inside. We've got, I don't know what I'm doing with all these pieces of DSP, but obviously they're there for some reason. So we've got a piece of DSP, and we're going to use the green tartan one. And what we're going to do is grab a scrap of gold foil, and we're just going to adhere that there like that. Okay, so because I'm using gold foil, I like to use the Stampin' Seal. I don't like to put glue on gold foil. I might just do this corner here. I've just missed it. So we're just going to make a little border like that. Okay, we'll grab our scissors, and then we're just going to chop it off so that it's nice and even. Yeah. Then we can grab our glue, and I'm using the green Tombow multi-purpose. I just find it's a lot, for me anyhow, it's a lot easier to use. It's more user-friendly to me. You've got time to manoeuvre if you stick things down crooked. And we're leaving a little border down the sides and along the bottom. Okie dokie. And I don't have a piece of gold or a piece of white. What have I done with it all? We'll have to fix that up. Then what we're going to do is stick this piece to our shaded spruce base card. Okay, so yes, that's what we're going to do. I made these cards a while back, and sometimes you forget how you do things. So that's like that. Okie dokie. Now, just bear with me. I'm just going to go and get some gold foil, if we can find it here. And we want a piece of white. I had all these cut, but I must have put them away. So we need our trimmer. And I want a ruler, just so I know what I'm doing. A half by 3/4. Okay. So we want our gold foil. I'm just going to trim this up a bit. Sometimes I just throw stuff in the packet or a container or whatever, and it will ruin your edges a little bit, so I just sort of trim that off so that then it makes it nice and neat. So that's our gold. Then we want a piece of basic white. And I think I've cut, oops, I've cut that crooked. I'll cut that short. That's right. That's it. Okay. We haven't started off too good, have we? So what we're going to do is bring in our foam mat, and then we're going to stamp just the sentiment, but I like it because it's in the shape of a Christmas tree, and we're going to do that in shaded spruce. Okie dokie. Where is our image? Right here. So just make sure that's nice and straight. I'm just inking this up more than usual because I think this stamp ink pad does need re-inking, and I will do that probably over the holidays. So we're just going to stamp that, and I'm stamping it towards the top a little bit, only because I want to tie a little bit of ribbon around towards the bottom. So because we're sticking this to gold foil again, we are then going to use our Stampin' Seal. I just find the glue tends to make too much of a mess on the gold foil, for me anyhow. Then we're just going to stick this down here like that, with a nice narrow border around the, showing around the edge. Then we're going to grab some tear and tape adhesive. I know you can tear it, but sometimes I like to just cut it. And we're just going to eyeball this. And I'm just going to put the tape around there. Okay. Take off the sticky lid, if you can get it off. The take a pick tool is always good for lifting the corners up for that too. And then we're going to grab our, this is the gold and silver trim combo. It's not in the catalogue, but it is available in the stores. Okay, and we're going to chop a little bit of this off. put one in there, take it across, making sure it's nice and straight. Whoops. Just like that. Then I will grab another piece of tear and tape and I will cover the ends. That way I know that the ends of my ribbon are not going to come apart. Okie dokie. So that's that. Then what we're going to do is pop this up. Now I did have my dimensionals here, but they've disappeared. And we're gonna pop this one up. Okie dokie. So we'll just put a couple of dimensionals here. And we'll put one in the middle for good measure. And I always take the backing off as well. I know we're on dimensionals, but sometimes it will catch hold and stick. So we're going to bring that in and we're just going to put that about there, eh? And then once you're happy with it, then press gently down. Okay. And what we're going to do is grab a little piece of the gold ribbon again. It's pretty, this stuff, I like it. And we're just going to thread that through. If you can see, it's got a piece of very vanilla in the middle, and then at the back it's all gold. So what we'll do is just thread this through, tie a small knot, and then tie a small bow. Whoops. And just wiggle it around until you're happy with your bow. And I fluff it up a bit too. Just like that. Then by doing that, and your ribbon's hanging loose through the middle, you can manoeuvre whatever side or wherever you want your bow. If you don't want it to move, grab a glue dot, mini glue dot, and just stick it behind. Okay, and we're just going to trim that off. And I've already pre-die cut a star, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the top. I've die cut this from the gold foil again using the Merriest trees dies, and we're just going to put that up. Oops, up the top like that. If you wanted to, you could pop that up, but I haven't popped it up. I've left it flat this time. And to finish the front of our card, we're just going to bring in a couple of festive pearls. There are our festive pearls. Whoops. And we're going to use the gold ones. Now, I'm just going to put them above the eyes in the wish and the Christmas. And we'll put one out the side there. And that is the front of our card finished. Very easy, very simple one. Again, you could recreate it quite easy and quite fast. So I'm just going to show you the dies for this bundle. So they're all our dies, and if I can find it, that's it there. And that's the star that I've used. Okie dokie. So we'll just put that aside. Then we're going to do our inside. So I've got a strip of DSP, and we're just going to put that down there like that. It's only a narrow strip because it's just a piece that I had left over. I'm going to move that across so it's nice and straight and even. And that's it. Then we're going to stick this to the inside. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You could also stamp an image. It's up to you. And we're just going to put that in there like that. Okay, now I've got a piece of shaded spruce. I've already pre-scored it, and I'm just going to burnish along these lines so that they're nice and crisp and sharp. Now, all the tutorials will be available in my tutorials and kits page. The link will be below. Okay, so then what we're doing, there's a mark there, don't know what that is. I just want to make sure that that's nice and straight, just like that. And we're going to put glue on this side, and we're going to put glue on this side because we're making a mechanism so that it pops up in the middle when you open your card. Now I've got to work out, I think it goes like that. So what happens is when you open your card, it will pop out like that. So that's your gift card holder. Okay, so what we want to do is actually stand that up like that. This is where I have trouble. We want to stick the middle down the middle of the base card, and then it will open up like that. Whoops. So we'll stick that down. I usually grab my bone folder. Now you can use Stampin' Seal Plus or the tear and tape adhesive. But if you allow your glue to dry and you apply a little bit, just a little bit extra, it will work. Okay, just have a little bit of patience. So that's it. That's our mechanism for our gift card holder. Now, I love playing with it. I end up breaking it. Now, I'm not sure whether you have seen these little devils in the mini catalogue. They're called classic gift card envelopes. I will be honest and tell you and say I did miss them until I was looking through for something and I saw them. And I thought, no, I don't really need them. But yeah, you really do need them because they're great. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this, making sure that it goes that way. And we're going to stamp it with one of the sentiments from the Sending Cheer set. Okay, and I think I've already put that on a block. Maybe I haven't. Open me, I think I have. What did I do with it? Now that is really from my people. How can things disappear in the space of a couple of minutes, when you have just set everything up, put everything on a block, and lo and behold, you go to get it and it's gone. That's all right, we'll do that later. Might have to check the rubbish just in case. We'll do that later. So what I've done is, so what I was going to do is stamp the Open Me with shaded spruce just on here. If you wanted to, you could actually adhere DSP to this and then just cut it back into the shape just on the top. But in this case, we're going to add it along the bottom, okay? And I think this is what this piece is for. Now, when you cut your DSP, be careful that you don't, and I have done it, be careful that you don't cut it or stick it over that little slit there, because that slit is for you to put, if I can work it, the end of the envelope into there, and it's not going to work. There you go. Look at that. They're neat, eh? I think they're cute. You could use a little envelope too if you wanted to. So what we're going to do, I'm going to keep that closed so that I know where to stick this DSP. So we'll put a little bit of glue on here. I haven't taken it right down the bottom because I know we've got to chop some off. Okie dokie. And we're just going to stick this piece just below, making sure it's nice and straight and stuck down. Okay, you could have stuck it on the front and then opened it from behind, but I like it to be open from the front. That way they can see the Open Me, the instructions. That's really got me stumped now, what I've done with that sentiment. I hope I haven't thrown it in the bin. Then what we're going to do is bring in our card again, and all we're going to do is stick it on here so that it's right up against that that fold. Okay, so to make it easier, what I tend to do is put a little bit of glue on this section, put our card down so that it's nice and straight, close it up, and then go over it. Now again, you could use your tear and tape or your Stampin' Seal Plus. Then when you open it, oh, voila, look at that. And that's just a little bit crooked. Not that whoever opens it is going to notice. And that, so you need your little sentiment there to finish it off a little bit, eh? Oh, blow me down, I don't know where it is. Okay, but that's okay. So that is our first one. That's a really easy one, but it's got a bit of a wow inside. And I don't have a gift card holder, but it will fit your gift card holders, your gift card vouchers. That's a bit of a tight one. There you go. Just like that. Over there like that. How good's that, eh? Okay, so close that up again. That's our first one. So we'll put all that aside. And of course, because it's a standard card, it will fit into a standard envelope as well. Okie dokie. Then we're going to bring in our second one. And this is it here. So this has got lots of pieces. And again, I have pre-done some. Just fingers crossed that I haven't lost any. Yep. Okay. So it's going to open up again like that. Okie dokie. So that's our inside. So we'll do our inside first. So this is thick basic white cardstock. Oh, I've left a mark on there. Look at that. Might be able to cover that up anyhow. All my tools and everything need cleaning. You always can tell. I do it after classes, but sometimes you miss it and you forget. Okay, then we've got a piece of, well, we've got two pieces of the cherry cobbler, and they are both the same size. We've got a piece of basic white for the inside, and we've got a piece of the DSP, which, which goes to like that. We were going to do our inside, weren't we? Okay, so all I've done is a scrap of leftover DSP, and this time I've used the piece that's just all gold. Okay, and we're going to stick this to the inside of our card. I always leave a nice narrow border of basic white showing. Now, if you don't have a scrap of DSP, again, you could put some light on here, see if that's any better. You could stamp images, or you can just leave it blank. It's up to you. Now this piece I'm just going to put on our envelope. And again, I'm just leaving an arrow border of white. Okay. Glue everywhere. Okay, so with our layers for the inside, we're going to stick this piece to a layer of cherry cobbler. You can put it straight into your card and have white on white, but I thought it'd be nice for a change just to layer it up just a little bit, eh? And then we'll stick this to the inside of our card, and then that bit's done. Just like that. Then we'll do this piece. So we're going to stick this piece onto our DSP, onto our cherry cobbler. It's a pretty easy card. It's just got the gift card holder on the front, just for something a little bit different. So we'll stick this on the front of our card. Now, if you wanted to, you don't have to turn this into a full-size base card. you could easily just have the one layer and then use your gift card holder as the part where you put your sentiment. I mean, where you write your greetings or whatever you want. So we've got a piece of cherry cobbler. Now I've got 2 score lines in here, but you don't need the 2 score lines. We're going to cover one of those up. And I'm just going to crease this. Okay. And then we have a piece of basic white. We're going to put that on the top there like that. We can't even see our card anymore, can we? So that's the card we're doing. Sorry about that. So that's done. So if you open your card and there is your gift card holder there. Okay, just like that. Pretty snazzy, eh? So what we'll do now is we'll do the inside, and all I've done is cut a piece of that wood grain design foil card, a DSP and a piece of basic white, and we're going to put those 2 pieces together like that. Okie dokie. And we're going to do our gift card holder. Whoops. That's why I like our glue. You can manoeuvre it. Now, you've got to remember, because this is so narrow, and I've made this narrow on purpose, you can make it wider if you want to. If I'd made it wider, I would make it a little bit longer too, so that it is sort of balanced when you put it on your card front. Okay? Now, you've got to remember, and I've got to remember that not to put it on glue on the top, only on 3 sides. You only want down along the very bottom and the very sides. Otherwise, you're not going to have enough room for your gift card. Now you could also put money in here too. Actually, that's wrong. Ignore that bit. I have actually got a piece of basic white, only because I didn't like the coloured against my gift card. That's just me being me. So all I've done is just chopped, well, I just grabbed an excess piece of cardstock that was left over. Okay, then we're going to bring this in, making sure I've got it the right way. And I'm just leaving a little border. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm hoping that that fits, because I don't think I did it in this one. No. So let's hope. Yeah, it just fits. Okay. If you were too concerned, and I think the instructions are written that this section comes out on the very edge and not in line with the white here, but that's okay. It still fits, only because I left that very narrow border of glue. And that's our gift card holder. Now, as I said, you could have just had this one piece, ignored all this piece, chopped it off, and then stuck this on here like that, and then put another piece of basic white, and you could write all the way down. Okay? But in this instance, we're just doing the whole lot. So we're just going to stick this down. making sure my card's nice and straight, and we're going to put it down so that it's nice and even all the way around. And I'm just going over it with my thumb so that it's really stuck down. God, I'm getting glue everywhere today. Okay, so that's our card nearly done. Then we've got all the good stuff. Okay, now I have pre-stamped our Christmas tree, and that's it here, this big one here. Okay, the stamp's beautiful actually. Now what I like about these dies is you have a big die for your tree, okay, just like that. It fits nicely over there like that. But you've got different sized trees that will fit over the same image. Look at that. It amazes me. I'm stunned at that. Small things in really small minds. Then you've got another size that will fit there like that. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 size trees that all you do is just place them over the top like that, and you've got 5 different size trees. Now how clever is that? Then we've got our little basket, I think that's what they're called. Okay, that's this here. So it will emboss and die cut at the same time. I've done that in early espresso. Then you've got all the tinsel. That's it there. Okay, and this is it here. That's our die for that. And then of course you have the stars. You've got a couple of different size stars that you can use and different shapes. So what we're going to do is do our tinsel. Now you could have used masking sheets, which I was going to do, but for the life of me I couldn't find them. So I don't know what I've done with them. Obviously put them in a safe spot. Now you could use fine tip glue, but I'm just going to use little bits of the green glue. And all I'm doing, adding small drops to the inside of those little circles, I suppose you'd call them. And we're just going to put that one down here from edge to edge. Look at that. So pretty. It's gorgeous. So that's done. Then this one. This is this one. Yep. I don't know where that's come from. But we'll use it. Same thing. Now I've gone in straight lines in that one, but I think what we'll do is we'll go from corner to corner, eh? Just like that. Does that make sense? Then we'll pull out, that's that one, that's that one, this one. And again, just small, very small. They're so small you can hardly see them. You don't have to be really heavy-handed. And then we'll just start from this corner and we'll put it on a bit of a slant again. Pretty. Then we've got this one. It's a slow process, but it's a relaxing process. And as I said, just very small amounts, and you won't have them, you won't have the glue poking out from side to side. And then we've got one more. Lucky last. Just a little bit too much. Whoops. This is where I need my precision tweezers, eh? I just thought of them. And we'll just put that there like that. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Put that away. We're going to grab this and we're just going to put a little bit of glue along the back. Don't need a lot. We'll put this smack bang in the middle, right at the bottom, eh? Just like that. We're going to grab some dimensionals. Now, if you wanted to, you could have easily used the adhesive strips, I suppose. And there's another one. I can't think of them. My mind's gone blank. But they're in the catalogue anyhow, the annual catalogue with all the adhesives. And I love those things too. Okay, so that's that. And all we're going to do then is pop this up here, making sure that it's in the middle. And you're not going to see the whole, I suppose, skirt or basket. We're just going to see a little bit of it poking out. Now, if you wanted to, you could also stamp and die cut some presents and put them around the bottom. But in this instance, I don't think it needs it. And then all we're going to do is pop a little bit of glue in the centre of our star. And put it right at the very top of the tree. And you may have to hold it a little bit so that it does stick. Okay, then we'll bring in our foam mat. And I've die cut a banner from the Stylish Shapes dies. And we're going to stamp that, this sentiment here. Hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. I think it's lovely. I'm really liking this stamp set actually. Lots and lots of potential. So we're just going to tap, tap, tap with cherry cobbler, lining it up so that it's nice and straight. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, and that looks pretty good to me. Put that aside out of the way. I should really clean it as we go, but that's okay. And then we're just going to put a little bit of glue along the middle of our sentiment, along the shape, and I'm just going to put it smack bang in the middle so that, oops, you could put it crooked if you wanted to. Let's do it crooked, eh? That's the way it went, so that's obviously the way it wants to go. And then we're going to finish it off with a couple of our Festive Pearls. I love these things. Some of your embellishments you have sort of more favourites than others, and these are some of my favourites. So I'm going to use the cherry cobbler ones, okay? And we'll put one right down there. Put that aside. And that, and I'll just press these down. And that is, I always cut two shapes just in case. And that is our last gift card holder. So that's it. And this is it here, where I've taken it, oh, wrong way, taken it right across. And I like it better with it right across because it just gives you that little bit of more wriggle room. Okay, so that's those two. And then this is our Open Sesame. This is our open gift card holder. But as I said, these things, now I can't even find them. These things are the little devils, they're pack-a-punch. Okie dokie. So they're our two cards for here. Okay, thanks for joining me, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, see ya. Hooray.